How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. Today, I'm going to challenge you to spend less money than I do every single month. Every few months or so, I look at my burn rate and I look at all the major expenses that I have in my utilities and categorize them. Here is what my expenses look like currently. Now, this excludes housing. So if you add in housing, estimate something like about $1,500 every single month, depending on where you live. You can get as low as $500 every single month. So $1,500 means you need to spend another $18,000 on top of what I outlined over here. If you spend only $500 a month, it's another $6,000. Now let's just jump to the total cost over here. Right now, I'm spending about $965 or close to $1,000 every single month. Now I made a previous video saying, oh, I spend only $550 every single month. And this is roughly what it still is at if you exclude housing and also health insurance. Health insurance is something that got added to my expenses after I became sort of semi-retired. I kind of became self-employed by doing this YouTube channel. So a lot of people keep on asking me, what do you do for health insurance? I basically buy it myself, full price with no subsidy at all, because if you have an employer, you generally pay, I don't know, $20 to $100 every single month or something, depending on the plan that you choose. And most of it is paid by your employer. The better the employer, the more of it that they pay. In my case, I actually have to pay it in full outright. And I have to pay about $310 every single month. And you might wonder, how much will it cost you? Well, it really depends on the plan that you choose and also your age. Generally, from what I've seen is that if you're like 65 or something, and you choose a really good plan, medium-sized plan even, it might cost you something like $1,000. So just look at this and go, okay, if you're a young person, it might cost as low as $200 even. And as you age older to about 60, 65 or so, you're gonna expect that your premiums is gonna ramp up all the way up to $1,000 or something every single month. So right now I'm paying about $310, and probably in another 5 years, it might balloon to $500, $600 even. But let's just move on. I'm thinking of other ways to try to lower these insurance premiums by getting other kinds of plans, because I don't necessarily have to buy it through the insurance portal right now. Groceries is costing me about $300, mainly because number one, I started buying a lot more organic foods, and number two, I bought less meat. So they kind of compensated each other, but I am somehow spending a little bit more, just kind of exploring the different kinds of food that I can buy. I'm buying a lot more spices. I'm trying a lot more different kinds of beans, different kinds of grains, a lot more organic fruits and things like that. So, roughly that's what I'm spending every single time I go to the grocery store. Cost me maybe $40 to $60 every single week. And then on top of this, I buy some stuff online like spices and stuff, and I get it mailed ordered. So, it's roughly $300. Restaurants has costed me about $100 the last month, and I feel like I need to scale back on this. Every single time I go out to eat, I don't feel so well. It's because of one reason or another, and I feel like, I'm just eating it just to do a socializing type of thing. So I do think there's probably room for improvement on there. Probably in ways where I can still socialize and still have a meal with friends. Gas and electric is costing me $53 on average every single month. And this is on average. I look at the past 12 months and I average it out. So $53 is just to keep the lights on and stuff. Gas and electric means I still need gas for heating the water and also heating the airspace over here. Gasoline, $50. I only fill up about once every single month or so. That's about $50 because I don't use all that much gas these days. When I go places, it's usually very, very local, just a couple miles away, and then I come back home, go get groceries, come back home, and maybe once or twice a month I would visit people that's a little bit further away. Internet, not exactly DSL, because it's probably some other kind of fiber optic thing that's slowed down or something, but it's $48.25 for me right now. It's about $40 every single month, plus the $100 one-time fee is $8.25. So I just count that as $48.25 every month. Car insurance is $32.90. It's one-way insurance, and I have somewhat high deductible on those things. So your age, your driving history, and also the type of car it is, what it's valued at. All of these factors into how much that you have to pay for your car insurance. Some young people, of course, need to pay a lot of money every single month. You might imagine it might be like hundreds if you just started driving at 18 years old. Water is $32.50, and you might be surprised here. No matter how little water that you use, you're still gonna pay about $25 because you have the service fee. If you use no water at all that single month or two, they charge every 2 months, I think, you're still gonna pay $25 every month. So in a way, if you try to conserve a lot of water, if you try to use as little as possible, it's only gonna shave off a couple dollars off this bill. So trying to greatly reduce your water usage, in that sense, it's not going to save you all that much. So I bring this up because one term is about 724 gallons, I think, and it's about $4. So if I'm able to somehow use 720 some gallons less every single month, the bill would suddenly become $28.50 instead of $32.50. $4, right? For all this hassle of trying to save a little bit here and there in terms of water. I know if you try to get very extreme in terms of saving water, it might be kind of ridiculous. So in this sense, it might not be worth it to try to push this bill lower any much harder. The trash is $19.56 every single month, and I pushed this as low as I could. I even disabled my trash, my regular landfill bin, and now I use overage bags, which they require you to buy 4 every single year. And because of this, I was able to only get the recycling bin and the compost bin, and all of this costs $20 every single month, including the overage bag. So this is relatively low. If I don't do what I do, it would probably cost closer to $35 to $40 every single month. So this is how I was able to lower my trash bill, mainly from not making that much trash in the first place. And instead, I used the compost bin a lot more, because most of the time people throw a lot of stuff into the landfill that could have went into the compost. So if you throw everything possible in the compost bin, you might be able to cancel your landfill bin. I have scooter insurance, and I looked at that. I'm like, I pay $13.13 every single month. It's sort of like a luxury for me. I really, really enjoy riding my scooter around in the summertime, not so much in the wintertime like right now. But during the summer, when it's just so warm, you're just wearing a t-shirt and shorts, and you're just putting around in a scooter. You have a panoramic view of everything with no windshield over you, and you're just feeling the hot air. It's really, really great, and I really, really enjoy that scooter. So I look at that as, $150 every single year. If insurance and gas is basically next to nothing, I spend maybe, I don't know, $20 every single year on gasoline on the scooter. It gets like 50, 60, 70 miles per gallon or something. So it's a luxury for me. Car maintenance, I'd say for this year is about $5, mainly because I needed to change my oil. It cost me $50 to buy the 10 quarts of oil on my Porsche Boxster, and I basically didn't do anything else. I would estimate normally it might cost maybe $100 every month. I have to save up maybe $1,000 some dollars just in case something big happens. I have to buy like a water pump. But generally, I make the repairs myself these days, even for things that I haven't done before. I just try to learn online. I know sometimes there might be something that creeps up that I cannot do myself. So I know that sometimes it might cost me, $1,000 all of a sudden. So that is on my mind. But, over the last year, I didn't spend all that much on car maintenance. This is even including tires, because apparently after I stopped driving a lot of miles, I think 50 miles round trip every single day to work, after I stopped doing that, I incur a lot less miles on my car, and it turns out, wow, all of a sudden I don't have to buy as much tires. Fast track, I just don't go across the bridge as much these days, just because I don't need to. Home repair maintenance, I haven't really repaired anything this past year. Cell phone, I don't pay anything for a cell phone. I've been using a free one that Unreal Mobile gave me. They also gave me a free plan for 1 year. So in that sense, I did not have to pay anything. If they did not give me that plan, I would have still been using Freedom Pop. And I think they lowered the amount of data that you get. Now you can only get 550 megabytes of data every single month. And I probably would have just kept on using that if Unreal Mobile didn't give me that free phone and also the service. Landline, I don't have one. School loan, I already paid that off. 0. Car loan, I bought my car a long time ago. I don't have a loan there. So what is on top of this that is not shown here? Mainly travel. When I go travel, I don't average that out into this bill here. Also, a lot of one-time electronic stuff that I bought or does not show up on here, including, I bought that DJ thing, $1,200 right there. I did not average that into saying, okay, that's $100 a month, mainly because those are just one-time things. I know, it'll add up, but I would say those are a bit more rare. So this burn rate stuff, it's sort of like what's required. If you look at what's required, I have to buy health insurance. I cannot just not buy it. Groceries, I have to have food. Restaurants, well, I can reduce this. I said I can reduce this. Gas and electric, I have to have this because, or else I won't have lights on. Do you think I'm gonna just lay around in the dark or something? Gasoline, I need to put gas in the car so that I can go to places to meet with other people. So I kind of feel that is required. DSL is required because I need to go online and upload these videos. Car insurance, I have a car, and it's not feasible for me to not have a car. Because it would just kind of lower my quality of life. It will make me require to take public transportation all the time. And every single time, if I need to go somewhere that would have taken me maybe 40 minutes, it would take me 2 hours instead if I do public transportation. Water is required, trash is required, scooter insurance is not required. But it's very low, so that's why I did not eliminate it so far. Car maintenance is required. Fast track, well, one-time thing sometimes. I don't always have to cross the bridge. Home maintenance repair, I just installed a new roof a while ago. I might need to put in a new fence. I might have extra spending in there. I do things myself, including the plumbing outside. One time the pipe burst, and normally people would actually call a plumber and go, oh my gosh, go fix it, and it'll cost them a couple $100. Instead, what I did is I just turned off the water and I just went to Home Depot, looked for the stuff that I needed in order to fix that thing, and I came back, fixed it, and that's it. It cost me like $20. Cell phone, it's 0. Landline, 0. School loan, 0. Car loan, 0. So there must be other expenses out there that I haven't covered, but these are most of it. Of course, obviously, it does not include housing, and I don't put it on here on purpose, mainly because everyone's housing situation is different. Some people might be living with roommates, only cost them $500. Other people might be living in a studio in a big city and it'll cost them $2,000. So it differs a lot, and I feel like if you want to compare your bills, you should compare each individual bill. What do you have compared to mine? And basically think about the ways that I reduce my bill, and then maybe you can reduce yours as well. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you're interested in supporting this channel, check out my Audible link down in the video description below, where you can get a free audiobook. And if you don't like this audiobook or this service, you can cancel it before the subscription expires, and you can still keep this audiobook for free and help benefit this channel. Don't forget to give me a like on this video, comment down below. Let me know if your bills are just as low as this, or maybe they're even lower. And as always, don't forget to push that subscribe button and ring that bell icon. Thanks for watching.